As my heir, William now assumes the Scottish titles, which have meant so much to me.
King Charles III has finally dropped.
With the passing of Queen Elizabeth II on Thursday, Prince Charles has finally ascended the throne, becoming the King of the United Kingdom and the oldest monarch to take the throne in a lineage that dates back at least 1,000 years. This historic transition has sparked discussions about the line of succession and the future of King Charles III's reign. Royal watchers are in shock following a stunning announcement by King Charles that could reshape the monarchy's future. Amid the ongoing renovations of Buckingham Palace, Charles has made major changes, leading to whispers of secret meetings and unexpected decisions that have sent the palace into a frenzy. While Prince William has long been assumed to be next in line, speculation is growing over whether Charles might rewrite history with a move no one saw coming. As King Charles III ascended the throne, it marked both the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in British history. Queen Elizabeth's extraordinary 70-year reign had solidified the monarchy as a symbol of stability, duty, and endurance. Now, at the age of 73, Charles inherits not only the crown but also the immense expectations of a nation deeply tied to his mother's legacy. However, stepping into the role of a monarch as revered as Elizabeth is no small feat. Having served as the Prince of Wales for decades, Charles had carefully shaped his public image as a champion of environmental causes and modern ideals. Yet, his journey to the throne was far from smooth, with past personal controversies lingering in public memory, casting a shadow over his transition into kingship. As he assumed his place as sovereign, he was met with both respect and skepticism, admiration for his commitment to tradition but concerns about whether he could command the same authority and unity that defined his mother's leadership. His reign was widely perceived as a transitional one, prompting questions about its duration and the identity of his eventual successor. Unlike his mother, who took the throne in her 20s and ruled with unwavering perseverance for 7 decades, Charles faced scrutiny over his age and ability to sustain long-term leadership. His every move was measured against Queen Elizabeth's legacy, leaving many uncertain about whether he could maintain the monarchy's relevance in a rapidly changing society. While Charles sought to uphold royal traditions, he also recognized the urgent need for modernization, yet balancing these expectations proved to be a challenge. Adding to these concerns, revelations about his health, particularly his battle with cancer, have intensified public doubts. Though the palace has been discreet about specific details, his noticeably reduced public appearances and necessary periods of rest have fueled speculation about his ability to meet the rigorous demands of kingship. As discussions about succession gain momentum, the nation contemplates a future that may arrive sooner than expected. Prince William, the immediate heir, remains the most obvious choice to inherit the throne. However, King Charles's recent statements have raised questions about whether the traditional line of succession will remain intact. Could his health and age push him toward an unprecedented decision? Could external pressures force the monarchy into an unforeseen shift? Meanwhile, the royal family faces mounting calls for reform, with demands for financial transparency, cultural relevance, and modernization growing louder. King Charles has long positioned himself as a bridge between the past and the present, attempting to honor royal customs while acknowledging the need for change. However, navigating these expectations has proven difficult, particularly as public support for the monarchy fluctuates more than ever. Every decision he makes now carries profound consequences for the institution's future. Another challenge he faces is securing his legacy. While his environmental advocacy and commitment to sustainability have earned him admiration, they have also led to questions about his priorities. Some view him as a monarch more focused on activism than on the traditional sovereign role. Unlike his mother, whose steadfast presence effortlessly unified the nation, Charles has had to work diligently to achieve the same sense of national cohesion. This is why his recent announcement is so crucial. At a time when the monarchy's stability is under scrutiny, his revelations about the future of the crown have sent shockwaves through the institution. This moment will define his reign, shaping not only his legacy but also the future of the British monarchy. With speculation reaching its peak, one thing is clear: the fate of the throne stands at a crossroads. The British monarchy operates under a strict set of rules governing succession, with the principle of primogeniture at its core. Traditionally, male heirs were given precedence over older sisters, but in 2013, the Succession to the Crown Act ensured that the eldest child, regardless of gender, would inherit the throne. This reform marked a significant step toward modernizing the monarchy, yet one tradition remained unchanged: the crown must pass through the direct bloodline. This principle preserves stability within the royal family, ensuring a structured transition of power from one generation to the next. When King Charles III ascended the throne, the line of succession was reaffirmed, making his eldest son, Prince William, the immediate heir. From birth, William's destiny as a future king was clear, and his upbringing was carefully tailored to prepare him for the immense responsibility ahead. Queen Elizabeth II played a pivotal role in mentoring him, ensuring he would be ready to lead when the time came. Now, as the Prince of Wales, William stands as the face of the monarchy's future, accompanied by his wife, Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Together, the Prince and Princess of Wales are fully prepared for their roles in shaping the next era of the British monarchy. Together, the monarchy has worked to balance royal traditions with a more modern and relatable approach, earning public admiration for their efforts to humanize the institution. While Prince William's path to kingship has been well defined, the challenge now lies in preparing the next generation for their roles. His three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, are already central figures in the royal succession. As the eldest, Prince George is second in line to the throne and represents the future of the monarchy. Though only 10 years old, he is gradually being introduced to royal duties, attending official events, and receiving guidance from his parents on the responsibilities that await him. His presence at public engagements is not just symbolic, it is a strategic effort to familiarize him with the expectations of a future monarch. However, as society evolves, so do the expectations surrounding his role, and his reign will likely look very different from those before him. Meanwhile, his sister, Princess Charlotte, has captured public interest with her confidence and poise. Despite being third in line to the throne, unlike past royal daughters who were often overlooked due to male preference succession laws, Charlotte retains her position regardless of her younger brother. She has already demonstrated a natural leadership quality beyond her years, hinting that she fully understands her place within the royal family. Prince Louis, the youngest of the three, is still largely shielded from the pressures of royal life. His playful public appearances provide a glimpse into his personality, and his recent antics have drawn public attention, just as he did when he stole the spotlight at the Trooping the Colour ceremony. However, as he grows older, his role within the monarchy will become clearer. While he may not hold a direct path to the throne, his presence in the royal family will still play a crucial part in shaping its image and stability. Together, George, Charlotte, and Louis represent a new era for the monarchy, one that must balance tradition with the ever-changing expectations of the modern world. The responsibility of preparing them for these duties falls on Prince William and Catherine. They must instill in their children the importance of duty while also ensuring that each of them maintains a sense of individuality and purpose. This delicate task is further complicated by the historical challenges that come with being the spare, a position Prince Harry once occupied with struggles of his own. Learning from the past, William and Catherine are determined to raise their children with a stronger foundation, one that prepares them for both their royal obligations and personal fulfillment. However, as King Charles observes the shaping of the next generation, his recent statements have raised questions about the very foundation of royal succession. Could the traditional order of inheritance be shifting? Has the king's vision for the monarchy led to an unexpected twist in the line of succession? The announcement of the next successor has sparked intrigue, but what if the heir isn't who everyone expects? This revelation could change royal history forever. A new royal dynamic is emerging, and the future of the monarchy may be changing. King Charles's recent statement has sent shockwaves through the royal family and beyond. While his words did not remove Prince William as heir, they introduced an unexpected twist, one that no one saw coming. For years, the focus has been solely on William and eventually his son, Prince George, but now, in an unforeseen shift, Princess Charlotte has been thrust into the spotlight. The way Charles framed his announcement suggested more than just recognition of Charlotte's role, it hinted at a possible redefinition of how the monarchy will function in the years to come. For centuries, British royal tradition has followed a strict path: the crown is passed down to the eldest child of the reigning monarch. Even though succession laws have evolved to ensure equal rights for male and female heirs, the expectation has always remained the same: the direct heir takes the throne while their siblings play supporting roles. Yet Charles's recent statement has raised eyebrows, suggesting that Charlotte's role may not be as secondary as previously assumed. But why now? What has changed that prompted the king to emphasize her preparedness for the throne? Princess Charlotte has always stood out. From a young age, she has demonstrated confidence and composure beyond her years. Royal watchers have often noted her strong presence during public engagements, where she appears poised and in control. Unlike her older brother, George, who has been raised with the knowledge that he will one day be king, Charlotte's role was always seen as more flexible. However, Charles's words have shifted that perception. Could he be preparing the public for a different kind of monarchy, one where power is shared rather than placed on the shoulders of a single ruler? This idea is unprecedented in modern royal history. Traditionally, the monarch bears the full responsibility of leadership alone, but what if Charles envisions a different structure, one where Charlotte plays a key role alongside George rather than standing in his shadow? Could this be a deliberate move to modernize the monarchy and distribute its burdens more evenly among the next generation? And if so, where does this leave the youngest sibling, Prince Louis? Prince Charles is celebrating Prince Louis's second birthday with a never-before-seen picture which has captured public attention with its undeniable charm. The announcement has reportedly sparked discussions within royal circles. While Prince William has spent his entire life preparing to take the throne, this sudden shift in focus toward Charlotte may have caught him off guard. Insiders suggest that even Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was surprised by the timing of the statement. As a mother who has worked tirelessly to give her children a balanced upbringing, did she expect Charlotte to be singled out so soon? Could she secretly support this move, recognizing the importance of strong female figures in shaping the future of the monarchy? Meanwhile, Queen Camilla's role within the royal family is evolving as well. Having spent years reshaping her public image, she now finds herself witnessing the transition to a new era, one that places the next generation at the center. But even she may not have anticipated such a bold shift from King Charles, whose statement has forced the monarchy to confront a question it has never had to address: could the future of the British crown belong to more than one ruler? For years, it has been widely accepted that Prince George would inherit the throne, but now, the monarchy faces a potentially unprecedented transformation. One day, Prince George is expected to become king, following in the footsteps of his father, grandfather, and the late Queen Elizabeth. His parents have carefully prepared his path, yet King Charles's unexpected comments have introduced a sense of uncertainty. Why was Princess Charlotte specifically mentioned? If this was simply about supporting George, why wasn't Prince Louis included in the same way? The implications of this are significant. The British monarchy has endured for centuries by adhering to strict traditions that ensure a clear and unquestionable line of succession. However, Charles's words have left room for interpretation. Was this a symbolic acknowledgement of Charlotte's growing role within the royal family, or was he subtly hinting at a fundamental shift in how the monarchy will operate in the future? If Charles is considering a more collaborative monarchy, he may be laying the groundwork for one of the most significant transformations in royal history. A monarchy where leadership is shared between George and Charlotte would be unprecedented, introducing a modernized approach that could appeal to a changing world while ensuring that no single ruler bears the full weight of the crown. But what would such a monarchy look like? Would George and Charlotte divide responsibilities equally, or would Charlotte play a secondary yet pivotal role? Of course, there is also the possibility that Charles's words were simply meant to emphasize Charlotte's importance without altering the rules of succession. Some royal analysts believe he was merely ensuring that she is fully prepared to take on a key leadership role within the family, much like Princess Anne, who has been a steadfast figure in the monarchy despite never being in direct line for the throne. Yet the timing of this statement raises even more questions. Why now? Could this be a sign that King Charles is seeking to reshape the monarchy to fit the modern era? And more importantly, what does this mean for George's readiness to inherit the throne? At just 11 years old, Prince George is already stepping into the weight of royal duty. His composed demeanor at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral demonstrated his growing awareness of the expectations ahead. Despite these pressures, he remains a child navigating a world few can truly understand, echoing the challenges faced by his father and grandfather before him. However, the future of the monarchy no longer rests on George alone. King Charles's remarks have hinted at a broader vision, one that includes his younger sister, Princess Charlotte. This suggests a shift in the monarchy's structure, one where leadership is shared rather than carried by a single figure. At just 9 years old, Charlotte is emerging as a standout force within the royal family. Whether guiding her younger brother Louis at events or subtly ensuring order at public gatherings, she exudes a natural authority. Her confident and direct nature has drawn comparisons to Princess Anne, who is known for her unwavering duty and independence. Charlotte's composed presence at King Charles's coronation only reinforced the idea that she is more than a supporting figure, she is a key player in the monarchy's future. Unlike past royal generations, where younger siblings often faded into the background, Charlotte's role is being actively nurtured. Charles's recognition of her capabilities isn't just symbolic, it signals modernization, ensuring her leadership potential is fostered rather than overshadowed. Then there is Prince Louis, the youngest of the trio. At just 6 years old, he is bursting with energy and charm. His playful antics have made him a public favorite, offering a refreshing contrast to the formality of royal life. Whether waving enthusiastically at crowds or stealing the spotlight with candid expressions, Louis embodies a vital aspect of the monarchy: relatability. His role may be undefined for now, but his presence adds warmth and humanity to the royal image. Traditionally, younger royal siblings have struggled to find their place, often eclipsed by the heir. Yet, with George and Charlotte forming a complementary duo, Louis may have more freedom to shape his own path. More than just a charming figure, he represents the monarchy's ability to evolve, blending tradition with a modern, accessible appeal. Together, George, Charlotte, and Louis form a trio that redefines the royal family's future. George symbolizes continuity, Charlotte brings a bold contemporary touch, and Louis adds a relatable, down-to-earth charm. Charles's vision is subtly unfolding through his gestures, ensuring that this next generation reflects both duty and adaptability. King Charles, alongside 2 future kings, envisions a monarchy where Prince William is expected to ascend the throne after him, followed by Prince George. William, long aware of his destiny, has embraced this transition with understanding. He has spent years preparing George for his role, ensuring his son comprehends the gravity of his position. Yet, Charles's emphasis on Charlotte does not challenge George, it strengthens him. William recognizes Charlotte as an invaluable support for her brother, a steadying force who will share in the monarchy's responsibilities. In private, he sees her as a co-pilot, helping to ease the weight of the crown. Amidst these developments, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, remains the unwavering force behind her children's upbringing. With grace and composure, she has dedicated herself to preparing them for the unique challenges of royal life. Charles's acknowledgement of Charlotte's significance is likely a welcome development for her, a sign of balance within the family. George's burden is lightened, Charlotte's leadership is affirmed, and Louis's individuality is given space to flourish. As the monarchy stands at a crossroads, one question remains: what role will Catherine and other key figures play in shaping this transformation? What will their reactions mean for the monarchy's future? Guiding the crown forward, Catherine and other key royals are instrumental in the monarchy's evolution. As the Princess of Wales, she has met this shift with her signature grace and unwavering dedication. As a mother, she has always prioritized preparing her children for the unique challenges of royal life, ensuring they grow into their responsibilities with confidence and balance. King Charles's remarks, which highlighted Charlotte's increasing role, likely resonated with Catherine as a way to distribute the weight of expectations more evenly among her children. For George, this adjustment may bring relief from the burden of being the primary focus, allowing him to share the responsibilities of the crown with his sister. Rather than bearing the responsibility alone, George now has the opportunity to share it, while Charlotte steps into a leadership role that aligns with her natural confidence and strong-willed nature. Catherine has quietly embraced this transition, seeing it as a chance to strengthen the bond between her children and guide them collectively toward their future roles. Yet, while this generational shift has been met with acceptance within the Wales household, it has subtly reshaped the position of another key royal, Queen Camilla. Charles's focus on the younger generation has inevitably shifted public attention away from his consort. Though unintentional, this shift is an unavoidable consequence of the monarchy's evolving priorities. For decades, Camilla worked to cement her place within the royal family, overcoming public skepticism and controversy to stand beside Charles as queen consort. However, with Charles's reign increasingly viewed as transitional, uncertainty lingers over what her role will become in the years ahead. Should the king step back or his reign come to an end, Camilla's title would change to Queen Dowager, a position of honor but with significantly reduced influence. The king's remarks serve as a quiet reminder of the monarchy's natural evolution, gradually moving Camilla away from the center of power. Though insiders claim she has accepted this reality with pragmatism, the emotional weight of this shift is undeniable. However, a connection with Charlotte may prove vital in shaping her continuing role. As the young princess grows into the responsibilities outlined by her grandfather, Camilla may find herself in a mentorship position, passing down lessons of duty and resilience. Beyond the palace walls, King Charles's statement carries implications that stretch across the Atlantic. Prince Harry, still fifth in line to the throne despite stepping back from royal duties, finds his place within the monarchy increasingly uncertain. While Charles's announcement does not officially alter Harry's standing, it signals Charlotte's growing prominence, subtly diminishing his relevance within the royal structure. For years, Harry struggled with his identity as the spare, openly expressing feelings of being overshadowed by his older brother and uncertain of his place within the family. Now, as Charlotte takes on a more defined role, Harry's position appears even more distant. This change may be both a loss and a form of closure, affirming his reduced role while also validating his decision to step away from the constraints of royal tradition. The shift is symbolic of a broader transformation within the monarchy. The focus on Charlotte underscores a deepening generational divide. The older generation, led by Charles and Camilla, remains anchored in centuries-old traditions and hierarchical structures, while the younger royals, William, Catherine, and their children, represent a monarchy that is evolving, becoming more adaptable and inclusive. Charlotte's rise within the royal dynamic reflects a readiness to embrace change, offering a vision of leadership that is both modern and forward-thinking. King Charles's words ripple through the institution, redefining roles and shifting relationships. As the monarchy stands at a pivotal moment, its future depends not only on preserving tradition but also on its ability to connect with a rapidly changing world. The younger generation embodies this delicate balance, upholding royal dignity while embracing the relatable qualities that keep the monarchy relevant to the public. By preparing both George and Charlotte for the years ahead, Charles is laying the foundation for a monarchy that is both resilient and adaptable. Though his statement invites discussion and interpretation, its message is clear: the monarchy's strength lies in its ability to evolve. Was the king truly setting the stage for a new era, or is this merely a temporary shift that will eventually fade into history? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.